I liked how we finished the game, except, we executed, we did some good stuff, but, we fouled them too much. I kept saying, don't foul them. They're a great foul shooting team. It's the one way they can beat you at the end. We didn't foul, they missed shots, we get back in it. I wish Terrence would play that way the whole game. He just doesn't have that mindset. And, some of what we did to get down 8 or 9, what I call hero shots, lay it in. Don't try to do something crazy. Just lay it in. We needed a basket. Or, don't settle for a 3 in that situation. Drive the ball and get fouled. I mean, there were things that happened. But it's a young team. I mean, we got the look we wanted. That was the look we were getting at Alabama. And we got the look we wanted, and we missed. He makes a tough shot. I wanted to make sure it was a contested shot. I said, hey, if he makes it, we'll have time to run our play. And the kid made a tough shot. You got to give him credit. And you got to give Ole Miss credit. They battled and wanted it worse than we did. And then we're not going to win that way. I told the guys. We are what we are. We're playing 6, 7 guys, and a couple guys don't show or play poorly. We'll struggle.
You guys haven't turned the ball over a lot. Turned over 18 times. They got 18 points off. How big it is?
It started the game. My point guard had 5 in the first half. And it was just like, what do you do? What's going on here? And so it's hard for us because it's what we don't do. We don't turn it over. It's one of the best things we do. But we got sloppy. Guys got away from what we do well and gave them that lead, and then they hung on. I just kept telling the guys, just keep going. We'll have our chances to win. And we did. I mean, we didn't. The last shot that my man didn't take it's a backbreaker, but we still had a shot at it, and they make a tough shot out of that. Either way, it would have been tied. The kid made the shot, so it wouldn't have been like we'd have won the game. But
Did you want Darius to take that shot?
I mean, everybody watched it, said, why wouldn't he shoot that ball? Yeah. We were running a play, and they jammed it up, which opens up the weak side on that. You swing the ball, and that guy makes his play. But again, it's one play in the game.
You talked about upperclassmen, but Darius, I think 3 points, 1 rebound, Josh, 2 points.
That's what I told him after. I said, we can't go on the road and expect freshmen to carry us. 2 of the freshmen played well, 1 didn't play particularly well. But we didn't get enough from the upperclassmen. But we're a team that I've said we're not 4 points better or worse than anybody. And we can't play. We got to want it worse than the other team. And if we do that, we're a pretty good team. We're a step ahead. If they want it worse than us and they're more physical and they're grabbing and holding, we're not fighting back. And we're what you saw today. When we go down 9, 10, 11. Did we go down 11 on them?
Yeah.
Back down 11?
The freshmen scored all the points in the second half. What is that? How does that register with you?
They must be my best players.
Can you get by with that? Can you win games if they score all your points?
What's our record right now?
16-5.
We won a lot doing it that way. That's how we're playing. They're my 3 leading scorers. What I'm trying to do is say, let's be one of those teams. And that means our upperclassmen got to step up and make plays. There was a big play Terrence made. He drove, and he comes off the ball and pins it on the glass. But there was one play before where Warren, who's about 5'10", that's what they post him at. And he drove baseline and reversed into one of my veterans, and my veteran just let him shoot the ball. It's a huge play. That's why we're like, just why wouldn't you make that play? What's holding you back? But, it's again, I mean, they want to do well. It's not that they don't. It's that, we've got to figure out how we play and what we do. But this was about Mississippi, not us. We fought to get back in the game. Mississippi played well.
What do you do, Cal, to get Terrence going? Because he does get going at some point.
He's got to do it himself. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I told him at one point, I'm taking you out if you're not running the court. Just run. And by running the court, he's ahead of the action. And now, instead of catching it and having 5 guys on him, he's ahead of the action. It's one-on-one, and he can score and be fouled and do all those things.
Did he close out all right on Warren?
Yeah, we told him, do not try to block it, because the kid's going to ball fake you and try to get you to foul, and he's a 95% foul shooter. If he's going to make a tough shot, let him make it over us. And I watched the tape. I think he had his hands up. He was conscious. I'm not going to get into this kid. So.
Yeah, you're 4-3. You got a pretty tough stretch. You're going to Florida, Tennessee, Vandy, right in a row.
Yeah, I just told him. I said, the toughest part of us right now is coming up. toughest part of our season. So if you think this stuff is hard, wait till you see what we got going on. We've got a tough road.
What did you think about getting pushed around again? Because you've made that
It's
such
what
an
we are,
emphasis.
Jerry. It's what we are. But I can get out there and say, it's what we are.
Is there anything in that, if a couple guys don't play well, you can take a loss here, but that sort of applies to almost everybody in the country right now. So you've got the stuff to be there at the end no matter what.
Yeah, I feel good about my team. I keep saying we got more upside than anybody, but we had a lot of guys that didn't play up to snuff. And what you're trying to do when that happens is like the halftime. I'm just trying to get out of the half and be in the game. That's all I was trying to do. And we're up 1. I'm like, how in the world are we up 1? And then I just told them, we come out the second half, take a bad shot. Right off the start, we take a bad shot. That freshman, well, that's a freshman. And then we get down because of how we play. They make the plays. We're not rotating defensively. And again, I'll watch the tape, but this team has fight. They know. I think sometimes they play. One guy plays timid, leads to another guy playing timid, leads to another guy playing timid, and I try to get that guy out. Like, you can't be in there because you're screwing us up. You got to be aggressive. You got to go after it. And, but it was, like I said, we should not have been in this game. If we won this game, that is a total steal. I mean, we had no business winning this game. None. Not the way we played, not the way individuals played. None. I mean, we had no business, and we almost won it.
So is the opposite true when you get one guy to get kind of aggressive? If Terrence gets going, does that maybe feed the other guys?
A little bit. I think so.
What makes Warren difficult? I mean, he seems so elusive that even DeAndre.
He's got a freedom to shoot whenever he wants to. That makes it hard.
All right,
So,
thank you.
miss or make, he's good.